welcome back again to some Wargame Airland Battle action. It's going to be a 2 versus 2 on the Oppdal map, and yeah, it's a rather interesting map. The way it's divided up, rivers and mountains and all that, and yeah, what's a bit more interesting is actually that it does retain its side spawns. So yeah, once you capture one of these points, then yeah, it's going to be pretty hard for the other person to dislodge them. So just have a look how we got. Okay, well actually I'm not really playing, I'm having a look at a replay now. But anyway, I'll reply to him after. In any case, yeah, it's going to be myself, Lightman, and Kamikaze Tunip playing as Pact, and we're playing against sorry, we're playing against NATO, consisting of Anti-Hero and Eagle, with pretty high ranks actually, so they'll probably know what they're doing. And Kamikaze, it should be noted, is actually going to be going... indeed, is actually going to be going with that helicopter assault specialization. So, yeah, we'll see how well that goes. I mean, I kind of already know how well it goes, but, well, you just have to find out. So, as you can see, yeah, we'll try to get Delta, and Eagle will actually try to get Golf simultaneously, and also try to fortify there. Looks like Anti-Hero is mostly going to be starting on, so that's north actually, so on the western flank there. Right there, well, now for that, let's just fast forward. So yeah, that's for me, well, I believe, if I remember correctly, I think I'm playing as your Cesar, or I think I am. Well, okay, so there we go, finally it started. Just having a look, Rovers, so okay, we got UK from Eagle. Wait a minute, Anti-Hero is also UK, interesting. And it's myself, yep, most likely USSR, and my ally is... Okay, he's just a mixture of Pact, no problemo. So yeah, we're going to have these weasels being a pain in the ass. My yak is not dropping anything, and he does manage to get out of there just barely. These wild weasels exhaust their exhaustive supply of... ouch. Yeah, they exhaust their supply of AAMs, infrared ones, and yeah, they're just going to get out of there. And so thankfully I'm going to be putting down my own sappers, and apparently these SASs, if I remember correctly, they're actually going to fare fairly well versus my sappers for some bizarre reason. Just have to wait and see what happens there. Thankfully, I did manage to get helicopters and get my other sappers here. So yeah, strange enough, yeah, I actually did go for a bit of a helicopter start myself. As per usual, I was a little bit, well, kind of screwed up that initial helicopter placement. I was way too greedy there, trying to make that work, but oh well, what can you do? Just having a look at what's happening over here now. Chieftains actually got an early challenger, tracked rapiers to aim at these Gnauzes and such, or maybe the MI-24VPs, don't really know. And as myself, I'm just going to be fortifying there. There we go, let's just have a nice little close view of that happening actually. So there we go, nice little battle for this middle zone. There we go, to show me there, let's just get a nice little close view of that. There we go, just gotta love it. They're just hammering the crap out of their position there, destroying whatever resistance there is, although this tank, which I believe is the... Actually, is this the... Challenger, or are these entirely sure? No, those are the chieftains. Whoops, Challenger's still back there and still alive. So there we go. Should be interesting to see how this will work out. So yeah, that's myself. Yep, my Sapedies actually got taken out. Pff, quite amazing, really. Now, well, I'm going to try to just send in some regular infantry. These guys are completely calm, so I'm not sure. Well, actually, maybe they just took out the transports. Let's just have a look. Well, there's one dead transport there. Yeah, maybe they did just take out the transports actually. Just having a look. Yeah, they are missing 2 blowpipes, so could be the case actually. Can they actually see from there? Let's just have a look. Yep, they can see a bit. Of course. Alright, and yeah, of course, opponents securing Delta, so he's got a couple of troops there, which is going to be a pain in the ass. Finally, my Multistelskis do come in. I do believe, yeah, the SAS, they are going to have an easier time against them, but yeah, I'll be coming up with more Multistelskis to reinforce. Too bad I didn't keep the Sapedias alive. But what can he do now? So my ally, so yeah, he does have the helicopter assault deck, but he does seem to be using Jeep CVs. Interestingly enough, so not actually helicopter CVs. In fact, I'm surprised he hasn't captured Echo yet. He's kind of... I don't know what the hell he's doing actually, let's just have a look. So yeah, he's going helicopter heavy as you can see, and he actually managed to drive Anti-Hero out of, and Eagle as well I suppose. He managed to drive them out of, what was this point called Bravo, which is quite amazing to say the least. Here we go, this will be interesting. Assault Engineers versus Serpedias. Huh. Yeah, I think... oh. Okay then. I was going to say that I thought that he had the upper hands, but no, apparently not. Wow, they disappear incredibly quickly to say the least. And as for these SASs, still going to be alive. My Strelskis, yeah, I really should just send in some sappers as well, just to take these bastards out. Yeah, it's rather interesting going with sappers in these helicopters, because I always try to aim to have some helicopter infantry in my decks, just so they can rush certain zones quickly earlier on, and I just decided to, well, I also try to have sapper infantry whenever I can, so yeah, this is basically my way of combining the two, and ouch, those SASs are really a pain in the ass, their blowpipes, so they miss their first shots, and there we go, they finally get taken out, so Jesus, really taking their time there. Yeah, M8ATs, a bit of a pricey transport sapper infantry, but they do have a whole bunch of rockets which can come in handy, I guess. And that's what my ally should be doing. He should be getting some anti-air in fact, given that he's going with mixed, yes, seems to be mixed packed, he should have some AA helicopters at the very least. But the thing is, with helicopter assaults, I'm pretty sure the ground forces you get are incredibly limited. I don't believe you even get any real form of anti-air even. At least from what I can remember anyway. Yeah, I don't think you do actually. Which, well, basically put, I suppose a helicopter assault deck can maybe work if you're playing in a 4 versus 4 and your other teammates know how to cover that deck perfectly. Otherwise, you're just going to have a hell of a time really. Anyway, let's have a look at this thing. Flying in pretty quickly, destroying some helicopter, I suppose. Actually, there was something shooting at this thing, but now it's going to manage to get out of there. Good old Wild Weasel. Actually face off against them in the SAM Simulator, actually. It's well, simply called SAM Simulator. It's a nice little Hungarian SAM Simulator. It's not open source, but it is free, so there you go. Yeah, SAM Simulator indeed. Well, actually, I haven't played for a while, but I do believe I have at least one video on my channel showing it off. Speaking of which, these Razvetas probably could stand to be a little bit closer, actually. But oh well, they'll be able to spot a bit. Serpedias are still there, these ones suffering a bit. No anti-air of any sorts, actually. I'm surprised Eagle hasn't tried to bombard me a bit more. And that's what I'm doing, actually. What the hell am I doing? Well, mostly just resupplying my stuff, it seems. Not really looking to do much at all. Yeah, one major problem... Actually, no, never mind. Actually, I'm going to be advancing forward with my Serpedias and Strelskis. Actually, sending up some helicopters... Well, yeah, would have had to watch out for anti-air, actually. Actually, they should not be grouped up like that anyway. Actually, I'm surprised that these Rollins are grouped up. I mean, Eagle, he's what is that? Sergeant Major, I think? Yeah, I think he's something like that. And... yet he's grouping up anti-air like that, not exactly the greatest thing to do. So speaking of what's happening elsewhere on the map, Kamikaze has actually managed to completely secure Bravo, bizarre enough, just some Fusiliers sort of in a building that's peeking out into Bravo, but he is finally going to be sending in the CV. He should be following up by garrisoning these buildings, actually. He really needs to be doing that, and just getting more forces here. In fact, I'm not really sure what the hell he's doing. Ah, of course, he's got supply helicopters. There we go, he finally is going to be sending some stuff through, but he does have a pretty good opportunity to consolidate his position here, and, well, and then we just need to hold on to that, and hopefully we'll be just fine and dandy. But as for what I'm doing, I don't seem to actually be helping him out at all. Unfortunate. I think I'll just be focusing mostly on this, what would this be, the eastern side of the river. And yeah, these tornadoes are definitely going to be a bit of a pain in the ass. So they're going to be taking out most likely this helicopter, or no, this one's just going to evac. This one's going to be, oh, okay, they're just going to be dropping a couple of bombs here and there. If it's Scotties, and there's no bloody anti-air here at all. Bit of a lesson for my ally to bring in some anti-air, even if it's just anti-air helicopters. And also a bit of a lesson for him to bring in, well, not to bring in freaking a helicopter assault deck like that. Actually, it does have Mi-2 Euros coming in, which I think are some form of anti-air helicopter, so better than nothing, I suppose. And as for myself, yeah, I think I'm just trying to probe my opponent's position here. I do have a couple of MiGs flying around, MiG-25 PD interceptors, and the premium Su-27S flying around as well. Being fine and dandy. These helicopters by Kamikaze, they're trying to do everything they can, but it's really, once the enemy gets anti-air, which they kind of should always have, then yeah, you can't really do much with a helicopter assault deck, although keep in mind he's actually only attacking with, he's attacking the front lines of his helicopters. One thing that can be said about the helicopter assault deck, what the hell is this guy doing? It's going to be bombing out as Zvezda, who was actually spotted, presumably by the BGS. Ouch, sucks to be him. But anyway, if there's one good thing about the helicopter assault deck, it's the fact that it is pretty maneuverable. So, just having a look at this map, as you can see, this flank here is completely open, not even a recon unit to spot. So it could have actually, yeah, this kamikaze could have sent some helicopters around here, maybe trying to strike this point from behind, or even try to go straight for Charlie itself. In fact, if he had a couple of helicopters going down this flank, well, he might have been detected. I'm not seeing any recon at all by our opponents on this flank, actually. No, not just yet, Jesus. I'm still in a commentary, doing commentary, yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm not seeing any recon at all, actually. So it's possible they might even be able to sneak in all the way around without getting detected, actually. And Eagle does not have anything guarding this rear point or the FOB either, so not even a recon infantry, which is the bare minimum that I could recommend for this sort of area. You know, just to spot stuff, just in case. I mean, you don't have to overload your rear defences, but still, that'd be better than nothing. Yeah, if this kamikaze did actually send his helicopters around like this, then yeah, he would have been able to strike at this Humvee command vehicle. So it's interesting to note, actually, I didn't even think of that when I was playing, because of the fact that I was mostly just concentrating on my portion of the map. But the problem with this, well, the problem with these flanks here, this flank here, should I say, for both of us, is the fact that, yeah, we can reinforce pretty much instantly for any attacks that are happening on these points. Although, as you can see, I'm going to be I'm going to try to remedy that by getting some Autostrelskis in. I really should have sent more than just 2 squads in. I should have basically sent in several squads of them, along with superiors and along with pretty much all the anti-air that I could afford, since they would have, well, once they discovered these Autostrelskis, they would have hammered me with every freaking aircraft they had at their disposal. But, oh well, what can you do? My Su-27S is going to be engaging these tornadoes. He's going to be a little bit outnumbered, though, by these tornadoes and the Harriers, though. Got him to evac. Is he going to make it? Yes, he is. As for my MiGs, though, well, they're going to make it out as well, so a bit of a very quick aerial skirmish, to say the least. This Su-122 is almost down. Not quite, but almost. It's not carefully, in fact, it could get taken out. Don't know what the hell these guys are doing, trying to come forward like that, maybe just being used as suicide scouts. I don't know. What I do know is we're finally starting to get some score points coming in. Kamikaze, though, yeah, he's going to have a bit of a hard time trying to do much with helicopters frontally. What he should be doing, actually, there we go, we actually have some recon, there we go. What he should be doing is he should be trying to swing around and attack Charlie. Even though this recon helicopter will spot them, it'll still be better than engaging frontally. I mean, look at the anti-air that we got. Yeah, we got chaparrals, javelins, rapiers, okay, a whole bunch of fusiliers, a couple of other things. At the very least, though, this Sultan, because there's only so many places for their command vehicles to actually get into without being spotted, it should be fairly easy for Kamikaze to tell where the command vehicle is. But actually, another thing he really screwed up on was not putting any recon around. Ouch. So there we go, Eagle swinging his own recon around, so I guess he just wanted to have a quick look at what was happening. No recon for... Wait a minute, it seems to all be Eagle. Where the hell's Anti-Hero? Okay, we do have some stuff from Anti-Hero here and there. But yeah, not seeing really much recon at all. Oh, there we go, we do have a 1 BGS squad, which I suppose is better than nothing. And what do you know, one of my Zvezdas is actually going to be sneaking around. Will I sneak him all the way to the rear of the map, or am I just going to try to get him to spot? I don't know. Damn, I didn't even notice that there was a BGS there. I don't think I actually spotted them the entire game, which kind of explains how they're able to detect certain things. Now, well, in any case, here comes some smoke, and what do you know, I actually am going to try to pull forward. Although one grievous mistake that I'm making, as you can see, is setting up spawn points in unknown terrain that well, one of my units back down here, I don't even know, basically I was barely past them to this point, let alone what's here. And as you can see, we do have a couple of chieftains, Jaegers, and Fuchses to await them, which is going to make things a bit tricky. In any case, some Autostrelskis have revealed themselves. The only problem is, though, they don't have any actual anti-air to support, and yep, look at this, Eagle coming in very quickly with his blocks. So bam, we're going to drop their little bombs and yeah, basically annihilate my Autostrelski squads. In fact, I'm surprised that the 4 members managed to survive. Pretty lucky, actually. And yeah, now of course the guy's going to come with Humvees. Yeah, I should have sent in anti-air earlier. I do finally have a Berserk Eaglers coming in, so I believe they're the finest anti-air that you can get for Pact in general. But it's a bit of a matter of too little, too late. And I definitely should have supported my ally on the western flank as well. I thought he could. Well, actually, I'm not really sure why I thought he could handle it playing as an air assault deck or helicopter assault deck. But oh well, what can you do? And here we go. Yep, my guy's going to be coming down this narrow corridor. Of course, coming in with a napalm tank first. And yep, there goes my infantry and transports. This tank doesn't stand too much of a chance at all. In fact, I should just get all these guys just to. Well, I should get them to stop moving for starters, rather than get right up to the fucking chieftain. 2 chieftains. Not bad. Well, this thing, I believe it does do heat damage. No, actually, no, it does kinetic energy. I'll be damned. Well, it's close enough to do some damage, but it doesn't seem to have done much at all, surprisingly enough. T-64A coming in, 2 of them actually, and a Yak as well. It should be able to dispatch them. Where the hell is this Yak going, actually? I've got no idea. And here comes more freaking bombs to be dropped over. They do destroy one more Strelski squad. I know the second squad and the third squad are almost getting taken out, or the second squad being taken out, the third squad actually being taken out. A little bit too slow on the draw when it comes to my own anti-air planes, and yeah, look at this complete scrap of reinforcing my units there. I should have probed ahead first to ascertain where exactly they were fortified up until, but oh well. What can you do? And as for this Yak, he is going to get destroyed. Did he actually bomb anything? Yes, he did. He actually did manage to get this Humvee to move. Yeah, I told him I was going to watch some bloody replays, so whatever, let him do whatever he wants. So I did well, I got the Humvee to move, I suppose it's better than nothing. But yeah, they're still beating us when it comes to points, and I guess this thing's still alive, so trying to do a bit of damage. Getting one wild weasel to evac, being a little bit too cocky with my Su-27S, though. Sending it probably a bit too far forward, and it's probably going to get taken out. Although, no, he's going to evac over here, and there's no anti-air. Where the hell's he going? He's going towards the Seahawk, really? These guys are definitely need to evac. They're way too close. Wow, oh my god, talk about being risky with this thing. Well, let's follow it around and see what happens. I think there's something happening over there, but screw it and see what this thing does. Holy shit, this thing... Yeah, no wonder it got taken out. I mean, it is a premier anti-airplane of the USSR, but Jesus, I was just using it incredibly badly there, as you can see. And as for Kamikaze Turnip, yeah, he's going to get torn to shreds. His, well, he seems to have commandoses, which are pretty nice, but he doesn't seem to have much in terms of actual ground units, which is not too surprising, as he is going with an air assault deck. One really bad thing about the air helicopter assault deck, whatever, is the fact that I think all the infantry, you can't get them in the cheap 1-point transports. I think all of them have to be transported using helicopters, and helicopters are not exactly that cheap, although these ones really. Anyway, these ones actually these Mi-2Ts, because they've just got a crappy light machine gun on them, I guess. But still, these commandoses, they don't stand a chance. Kamikaze really needed a hell of a lot more in terms of actual forces. If there's one good thing that could be said, actually, anti-heroes' javelins are actually a fair distance back, so as you can see, there actually is an opportunity for Kamikaze to use his helicopters briefly. Let's just see what's happening over here, actually. So we've got Sapetias coming in, and at this point, well, it's going to be interesting to see... Actually, I should have sent in the Motostrelskis right behind them. The Sapetias are probably getting a little bit too far forward. They are panicking the crap out of these Fuchses, but they should have been... Motostrelskis should have come in alongside them, so I'm just continuing to stream in infantry. But the thing is, what I should have done is I should have bided my time, grouped up all of my infantry, got as many as I could in groups and all that, including with as much anti-air as possible, and then just sent them all in rather than sending them in waves like this. Because as you can see, yeah, now Eagle's just going to be able to reinforce his position. So okay, so there's a reinforcement bit right there. Yeah, he's going to be able to reinforce relatively easily, really. I mean, yeah, just got a couple of squads streaming in, a couple more probably going to be streaming in from these helicopters. Could have actually probably put down some anti-air, just some regular vehicle-based anti-air around here. I'm not sure actually if it would have been able to shoot at the enemy aircraft, if they would have been high enough over the mountain to actually shoot a missile over. I'm not entirely sure, but in either case, yeah, my attack is going to begin on Delta. The only problem is, though, they can reinforce pretty easily. My Maltostelski blockade didn't exactly work out too well, but there we go. I'm going to continue going forward. My forces are coming in. Tanks are a bit worried. I suppose I would be too if, after seeing what's happened here, but yep, still continuing to move forward. Leopard C1s. Oh, they're Canadian. Okay, so Eagle must be playing as Canada. Not Canada. No, he's playing as mixed NATO. Whoops. Ah, of course, the Chaos. Okay. That's interesting. And he voluntarily used something from Canada, an actual tank from Canada. Interesting. I'm not sure if I really agree with that, but there you go. So my T-64s. Not really sure what's happening to them either, actually. I'm not really sure. Ah, okay, probably because of the Thunderbolts. Probably, actually not really sure why I'm sticking them where they are. They should be moving forwards. But in either case, bam. MiG-25 PDs take out the fancy schmancy Thunderbolts. Bravo, unfortunately, Eagle is basically pushing ahead, and Kamikaze, he's got basically no reply to this. Well, what do you know? Apparently you can't actually get these Concorders Jeeps, it seems. Well, okay, he's got that to reply, I suppose, but yeah. It ain't much, especially if they just decide to come in with... well, okay, they'll be able to deal with these light vehicles, I guess, but if just against infantry, they won't be able to do anything. Well, I suppose they got this thing. As well, Anti-Hero and Eagle could be focusing a bit more on trying to resupply, but they're doing a good job shooting all these helicopters down. Kamikaze, basically put here, doesn't really stand a chance. He's going to be sending in Salamanders. So to this point, really, that I should have really been supporting him rather than trying to push forward. As you can see, my attack is, well, it's sort of... What the hell am I infantry? They're like hiding in the ground there. But anyway, yeah, as you can see, my attack is just going pretty horribly. I'm continuing to reinforce. Some units are still hanging back. T-64As, actually, they're a pretty decent tank. The only problem is, though, they're going to have to deal with reinforcements that can come in instantly. And as you can see, the reinforcement zone, which is right there, or reinforcement point, whatever, is... my god, he's actually going to... He's going to escape, most likely. Not bad. But anyway... Yeah, as you can see, the reinforcement point here is fully secure, so it's going to be a bit tricky for me to get in with infantry. I kind of lost my window. I did have an opportunity though, but I needed to send in basically several infantry squads, including AA infantry, probably all the AA infantry that I can get really, which is not too many when you go for things like thingamajiggies with Eagles, but oh well, what can you do? And maybe some vehicle-based anti-air just on the edge here, just to try to snipe at aircraft flying across. They have to be flying a pretty decent height actually, and in this game they don't seem to do that. In any case, I do manage to sneak my Zvezda here, so actually, what the hell? Okay, anyway, I managed to sneak my Zvezdas forward, so I can see exactly what they're reinforcing with, and for some reason I've got my Eaglers coming here as well. Very interesting decision. So, okay, I probably saw the Humvee CV relocate over here, and that's why I'm shelling it with artillery. It's interesting, it is just a crappy little Jeep though, but yeah, unfortunately I just can't seem to hit it with the artillery, which really sucks. I wonder if using mortars, well, maybe I should have used mortars. But there we go, finally. We do have Kamikaze coming in to attack, but he seems to have been spotted pretty quickly, it seems. Got the defense flare being popped down for Eagles, so definitely aware of this. Couple of aircraft coming in, so that definitely, I would say that there definitely was a window where Kamikaze could have attacked with his helicopters, but that window is long gone, so bloody windows closing all over the place, it seems. As for these UAZs, I'm surprised actually they're still alive, given that these guys must have gone right past them. Not really sure what these mortars are doing either. In either case, Kamikaze's defences are basically nil, so that's what was happening there. I didn't actually notice what was happening most of the time because I was concentrating here. And as for myself, what the... okay, quick bomber. Oh, there we go. I finally took out... Stop doing that. Okay, there we go. I did actually manage to take out the command vehicle of Delta, so not too shabby indeed. That was a bit of a lucky shot with that bomber aircraft. What the hell am I doing with my aircraft, sending them like this? Look at that. Javelins behind enemy lines are able to engage them. Oh my god, I really needed to rein in my aircraft a bit more this round. And I don't know what the hell that was, but that got taken out. Probably was a MiG-25 PD actually. Just to... damn it, I didn't even select that thing and it still does it. Well anyway, whatever. They're just going to continue bombing the shit out of us. They're just going to most likely take out a CV, but in any case I reckon good job on myself taking on the taking out that command vehicle, I'm actually going to be relocating my Razvezdas, most likely to try to intercept the command vehicle coming in. I probably, yeah, I thought correctly that I was actually going to go down this road. Unfortunately, my Razvezdas will not be able to get into these bushes to intercept this CV. Otherwise, who knows? Actually, it might have made a bit of a difference. Although at the same time, the position for Kamikaze is basically well, completely screwed. He's next to defenses, basically. So yeah, his position's ready to crumble. I'm still trying to do something against the Delta. I do have some T-72s now coming in, and even a couple of Mi-4AB cheapo gunship helicopters coming in, some more infantry coming in, but yeah, definitely a matter of too little, too late. They're not going to be able to do too much against the concentrated amount of infantry we're seeing here, although, wait a minute, we do actually, interesting, they actually are managing to do a bit of damage against the assault engineers, bizarre enough. So, assault engineers, they do get the very fancy napalm rockets, but at the same time though, their squad numbers are much lower as well, so my guys do continuous damage with the napalm. And assault engineers, I think, might get taken out. One thing to note though is that, yeah, their little flash launcher, it's 525 meters, 350 for napalm, so if these guys were engaging on slightly more open terrain, like maybe in between city blocks that were far enough widely spaced, or just on open terrain in general, then yeah, I think the assault engineers would have the advantage. But in forests, well, kind of hard to tell. In either case, my superiors are doing a number on the assault engineers. I suppose there's that to consider. Kamikaze is attempting to... Okay, it looks like my Razvezdas got taken out as well, actually. Well, anyway, yeah, Kamikaze is attempting to go with a... Wow. Okay. Going with a quick helicopter push, it seems, and we even got an extra CV just in case coming in from anti-hero. I guess they probably didn't communicate who was going to be sending a CV where. Seahawks also being a pain in the ass, destroying my T-72s. Yeah, one interesting balance change actually, as you can see, their Hellfire AM missiles, they're no longer fire and forget, they're semi-active, that one, there we go, semi-actively guided, so... Yeah, it's interesting that it'll change from fire and forget to semi-active guidance. I believe the Americans do still get some fire and forget ATGM helicopters. I think the one that I can remember in particular would be the Apache. I believe that one still has fire and forget missiles. It's interesting though, is how the Seahawk now is semi-actively guided. Well, whatever, it's still got pretty good range as you can see. Sorry, pretty good range as you can see, 2,800 meters. And I don't really have much to reply against that, as you can see. I do have, well, actually, I do have Tunguskas. I should be sending out my ZSU of Gunskas as well to help out, to book as well for anti-air. But really, my attack on Delta, I should have stopped that once the initial attack failed, because once they resecured their spawn zone here, then yeah, that was pretty much it really. I managed to get them by surprise initially, but I didn't have enough to defend my infantry, not a strong enough follow-up, and there you go, certainly paying the price there. Should have helped out my ally on this flank instead. Still wouldn't have been as good. Well, it still would have been much better, should I say, if he didn't go for bloody air assault at all, or helicopter assault. But yeah, he could have done a bit of help as well. Just having a look actually, actually I do have a bit of combined forces being used here, mostly anti-hero leading the way, and Eagle sending in a couple of bits of support here and there, but yeah, the game is probably pretty much decided at this point for our opponents. Might just fast forward a bit actually. Do we have get more helicopters coming in for him? More helicopters coming in for myself, somehow managing to survive, but yeah, going to get taken out eventually. And okay, I missed that message, if there actually was a message, but the enemy team was apparently pretty close to winning. I think the victory points might be only 300, but in any case, yeah. Yeah, very good to push. Ah, there we go. Jesus. Okay. Anyway, very good push by, mostly by anti-hero. They're basically overwhelming my ally there. My single plane actually does do a bit of damage. Better than nothing, but yeah. And look at this now, they're just flying over our... Oh, it's interesting. We actually lost our command vehicle here. I didn't even notice that. Well, in either case, yeah, it's interesting having enemy planes just flying above our own airspace like that. In either case, an interesting game. Bloody ridiculous. And definitely a good cautionary tale about attacking enemies' reinforcement zones like that. And going with helicopter assault as well. So there you go. I'll see you all next time.